This is a small introductory video about a tournament that I will be covering. Now, I thought it would be nice to talk a bit about the tournaments, because in the past I've only, at least with other people's tournaments, I've only uploaded the battles and I haven't talked much about how the tournaments work and the rules and so on. So this is the Blue tournament for Total War Rome 2. It's hosted by Blue of the Sith clan, and it has 64 people in it. The first round is a best of one, so one victory is enough to advance to the next round. In the next round there's a best of one, so then there's still one victory is enough to earn you a place in the third round. In the third round it's a best of three. In the fourth round it's a best of three. In the fifth round, when there are only 4 people remaining, there's a best of 5, and in the finals, best of 5 as well. So the rules are a bit special, and the way I read it, these rules are there to limit the barbarian sword rushes. So I'll just show you a few potential builds with these rules. There's max 6 of the same units, which is it's very standard, but max 8 of the same type of unit, including the general. So that means that if I am, for example, the Boyai, I can now only bring 8 melee infantry. So that would, for example, mean 6 sword followers, 2 oath sword, and that's it. That's all the swords I can bring. There's a 10 cavalry max, excluding skirmishing cavalry. Elephants and chariots counts as 2 cavalry units. So that means that for something like Parthia, I would still only be able to bring, in terms of melee cavalry, I would still only be able to bring 8 melee cavalry. But I would be able to bring shock cavalry in addition to this, since they are different unit types. Now I can bring 4 horse archers. If I decide to go with 2 elephants for Parthia can bring some very scary builds with these rules. Now, since elephants count as 2 cavalry units, that means that I can actually bring, if I bring the general like this, that means that I can actually bring 2 Indian war elephants, 5 Median cavalry, 4 mercenary summation horse, the way I read these rules, because now I have, let's see, 6, now I have 10 cavalry units together with the elephants. Pike boxes are not allowed, but it can be done if you're only left with pikes. But you will be disqualified if you pike box too early. Both players are attackers. Yeah, you cannot if you run out of ammo, you need to engage. You cannot keep looking for the best possible angle to take a shot at. You can only count so much. Blah blah blah. No hill camping or anything like that. Nomads are allowed, and in fact nomad infantry is allowed for those who know how to unlock it, so that is interesting. But you cannot bring the same faction more than once throughout the tournament up until the finals, I believe. And there are some pull-through rules. I won't go too much in detail with those, but the gist of this tournament is that the rules will make the counters to barbarian sword spams abundant, while it will severely limit the amount of swords that barbarian factions can bring. And these rules makes factions that have elephants and chariots even more viable. It makes the Seleucids more viable, it makes Bactria more viable, it makes Parthia more viable. Anything that has elephants and good cavalry is going to do well under this rule set, I think, and that is my prediction. So I look forward to be casting these games. The first game should be up in a matter of minutes after you have watched this. This is going to be a long, bloody, and hopefully great tournament before Attila hits. Strength and honor.